Hey guys, it's Aaron. Today we are going to take a look at using a couple different commands to add different levels of detail for a cabinet door front and drawer front. Door front and drawer front. The door and the drawer. We're going to add some detail. Let's hop in. Okay, so here's my cabinet. This is extremely basic, simple. I have this, it's all one group. It is a group. I do have it as a group right now. Obviously, you probably want this as a component because it would repeat. I put it as a group because I'm going to do this multiple times. I don't want to have it repeat across this one. So if I double click into the group, I have the body of the cabinet here. I have a door, and up here I have a drawer. If I double click the drawer, I got two pieces, the drawer itself and the front. So those are the pieces I'm going to work with. Let's start. We're going to start with the simplest of solutions. I want just a little relief on here. So I want something to break up this big flat front. And of course, how you go about this process all depends on what level of detail you need for the work you're doing. I'm going to say for me, I really, with this particular one that I'm going to do right now, all I want to do is I just want to get something that looks a little bit more exciting. I want a panel in here. So I'm just looks more than a big white slab. So what I'm going to do is the simplest solution I can come up with. I'm going to go to offset, and I'm going to pull this down, I don't know, maybe like 2.5 inches, something like that. So we'll go 2.5, and then I'm going to grab it and offset it again, maybe a 1/2 inch, 0.5 inches. And then I'm going to grab this one right here and pull this down 0.5 inches also. All right, so that's it. I mean, if I was looking at line drawings, if all I wanted was like a 2D, so parallel camera, something like this, align my view straight to that front, I could be done right now. That's if all I wanted was lines. But I don't. I want 3D. I want some more stuff going on. So I'm going to take this piece right here, and I'm just going to push that in maybe like, yeah, just 1/8 of an inch. This piece right here will also go in 1/8 of an inch, and then this piece right here, maybe I'll push that in like, yeah, 3/8, something like that. Okay, so that is, it's quite a step up from what we had before, just the slab. If I wanted the drawer to match, I could come in here, I could say offset, and the nice thing is that, oops, I forgot, I'm only one level deep. I'm actually outside the drawer front component, so I'm gonna double click again to get in here. And as long as I don't have the rest of this hidden, I can go to offset, and I can pull this across and actually use these dimensions to offset to. I'm going to pull this one to, oh no, actually I don't, I just want this. This is all I want on this one. I'm just going to push this one back. I can use the same thing. I'll reference back here, and there we go. So that gives me a little bit of relief. It's not, I mean, obviously it's not the most detailed piece. If this was routed out or something like that, I'd probably have some curves in there, but if I'm looking at it like from here, that's awesome. So many times we see these models where they have so much detail, super heavy. I was looking at a cabinet the other day that had a 1/16 round over. So just the corners are just rounded over 1/16 of an inch. And each round over section had 12 segments. So it was an enormous, super heavy model, and it was one cabinet. It was one piece like this, and it was like 500,000 faces. So don't do that. This is enough, a high enough level of detail depending on what you're looking at. So if I'm just looking at it from out here, this is perfect. But I can go a little bit more detailed than that. So let's hop over to this next cabinet, and we're going to go up one level from that. So rather than modifying this existing cabinet, what I'm going to do, or door front, I'm going to make a new one. So I'm going to come in here while this is still in the group. I'm just going to trace on the outside. I'm going to come in like this, click here to here, and then I'm going to double click that and just move it straight out along the green axis. By moving along the green axis, it'll be easier to snap it straight back afterwards. All right, so all I'm looking for here is the shape of the door. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to draw just a, so I know these doors are 3/4 of an inch wide. I'm going to draw a little rectangle 3 inches by 3/4 of an inch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the section of what the outside of this cabinet might look like. So you guys will have to forgive me. I'm not a professional cabinetier. I probably made that term up, but you get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little square right there using inferencing, and then draw a circle. and then I'll get rid of these pieces right here. So this is a little cabinet or little corner detail I'm going to take out of this section. I want to put this on each corner, so I'm going to select it. I'm going to hit my modifier key, Option or Control to copy, and then use Move to move it, and then Rotate to rotate it. And then I'll just hit Option Copy again to put that right there. All right, I'll grab this one, same thing, rotate it again, another 90 degrees, move it with Option, put it right there. And I could actually move it and then pull the copy again, but I like having this in the middle of the piece, so I'm not worried about like accidentally grabbing an edge or something like that and making a mess. All right, so at that point, I'm done. I can get rid of that. I could have just moved that last one. That probably would have been the way to do it. And get rid of all these pieces. Actually, I don't need this either. I don't actually need this surface. I want to get rid of that because that's going to mess with my follow me that I'm about to do. I do want to keep this edge. One last step. I'm going to come in here to the middle. I'm going to draw a rectangle. I am going to hit my modifier key, Option or Control to draw from the center. Click right here, and I'm going to pull a rectangle out like that. And I'm going to get rid of this. All right, so that is the shape I'm looking for. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to triple click, get this rectangle. Before I do this, actually, I'm going to do one last step. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to make a copy and set it over here. Just going to set that down. Don't even worry about it. Pretend it's not there. Stop looking at it. All right, I'm going to grab this outline. I'm going to say, follow me, and then pick my shape. And there we go. Then I get that. You'll see right now it has this piece is kind of set in, but it doesn't fully fill it. So I'm going to just say push pull, come in. I'm going to grab this face, pull it all the way across, and it's going to merge, disappear, and I'm going to triple click and make that into a new group, which is now my replacement for the door. So I have to get it in context. I want to get rid of this door and put this one in, but I can't just delete it because it's inside this component. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, select and delete that. To get this one inside here, I'm going to select it. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to come in context here. I'm going to say Edit, Paste in Place. It's going to put it back where it was. And then I can move it anywhere on this face, just pull it straight back along that green. Remember, we pulled it right out along the green axis. I'm going to put it right back along the green axis and click right here to place it. Boom. That's in there now. All right, let's come out. Let's simplify our process by going into context to create the drawer front. I'm going to grab this piece and cut it. I'm going to come in here, double click again. Right now I'm in where, so here, this is the drawer front. Sorry, drawer and door, I'm struggling with them. So this is the piece I want to replace. So I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Actually, we'll do this in context. So like I said, it's me a little bit simpler. I'm going to draw a rectangle right over the front. Then I can click it, move it straight out. There we go. So this is the profile. So I'm going to hit Command V to bring that in. I didn't use paste in place. I just used V this time. And now where do I want to put it? It grabbed it by the lower left corner, so I should be able to just drag that right onto the profile of this new shape. Perfect. All right. Now I don't actually want an inset. All I want is the corner piece, just like what we did here. I only want to put it on the outside, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a line across here, and then I can just select and delete all of this. Now, triple click, excuse me, to get my profile. Follow me, click here, and then just push this across to fill that space up. Awesome. And actually, I didn't do this down below until afterwards, but I can get rid of those lines. I can triple click, reverse my faces. They should be faced out. Awesome. And then finally, just make that into a new group. Now I can select this one, delete it, select this one, grab it by the face, pull it back along the green axis. I can actually hit my left arrow key to lock to that green axis and then just pull it back to the face of the cabinet. And there we go. So a higher level of detail than what we had over here, but you can see it wasn't a whole lot more work. I did put that all the way on both sides. I made that symmetrical. I could make that just a flat square on the back if that's what it's supposed to look like. But there you go, 2 levels of detail using 2 sets of commands to create those cabinet fronts. And we did both of them in, let me look at my timer here, less than 10 minutes. So couple of options. If you are a cabinet maker and you want to go to another level of detail where you actually have pieces, that's a little bit more work, so I had to break those up. Those ended up both being solid pieces, so they look good for architectural use, that kind of thing, sections, renderings, that kind of thing. But if you wanted to go a little bit further, you would have to break that up into pieces. But you could actually do that from that second profile we created. If you like that, please click like down below. That way we know what we're doing is good. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. We create several videos a week, and you'll be notified of each and every one of them coming out if you subscribe. Most importantly though, please leave us a comment down below. Most, if not all, of our content is created from comments from viewers like you. We like making these videos a lot, but we like them even more when they're showing something you want to see. Thank you.